Okay, so we're going to continue. Now you can go back and repaint if you get sort of a faded look. Or if it seems like it's a little broken up. Now we're getting into full moon in the next two panels. This one's still missing a little bit of a slice. So right before we get into full moon, we have 1 or 2 days where it is not quite all the way around. And remember, when we see the moon at full, we are only actually really seeing 50%. Because remember, we can only see one side. And so when we see one side, we're really only seeing 50%. So that's a great science question. You can give it to your science teacher and ask her, what percent do we see when we see a full moon? And you can tell them, we only see 50%. You're only seeing the front. Okay. All right, we're going to move on. We're just about at full over here again. And the reason why, again, because it takes a couple days for the moon to move to that new position. Okay, so that's where I'm going now. And I'm going to bring my completed one back in a few minutes. I'll show you how we are going to finish it up. Okay, and we're just getting into full now. And here we go. And remember, you can add more paint. You can make it look faded if you want a little bit on the edges, especially when it's in and out of its position, like on the edges. You can make it a little bit lighter if you want. Okay, let's make sure I got this one good. Just move it up a little bit. I'm just turning it over a little here so I could get the bottom. Good. And I'm staying in the lines so that I can get that rounded shape. Good. Okay, so this one is going to be full. Completely full, right? All right, and that's our full right there. Just about finished. All righty. Beautiful. Okay. Remember, if you don't like the shape or if there's a little dot missing that you need to touch it up, just go ahead back and fix it up a little bit. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm just touching it up a little bit. Okay, so very good. And now we're going to go from full, we're going to go to the waning gibbous. Now, waning gibbous, notice that the light starts disappearing from the opposite side. So it looks like the moon is changing shape, but in reality it's because of the moon's position. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some more paint on this and cover it up. Good. So we have 3 rows done, and we just have 1 more to go. Okay, so I'm gonna move to the bottom row, and I'm still in my same position of waning gibbous. Notice the part right here is sort of disappearing. Right here, sorry. Try to show it to you a little bit better. I'm leaning on this little box so that I could get it just in the right position to show you guys. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pull it up a little bit so I could get the bottom. And then I'll move it back down so you could see. Alrighty. And I'll just touch it up. I'm just touching it up a little. Good. Excellent. Okay, now look, it's getting a little bit thinner. We lost some more over here. And it's getting slimmer, let's say. Less light. It's moving to more darkness. So depending on what day of the month it is, or what phase we're in, first we're going to have light, and then we're going to lose the light. Okay, so that's what these names imply also. Okay, look at that one. That one looks great. Okay, I'm just going to move over. Now this one we're going into 3rd quarter, or last quarter, sometimes known as. Okay, and we'll go down and we'll come around. And we'll darken it in. And I'm going to push it down a little so you can see it a little bit better, instead of looking at that box. Sorry about that. And here we go. Good. And finally, the very last one on our project is called the waning crescent. I'm just getting a good position for you. And notice you can extend the edges into that crescent shape. What is a crescent shape? It looks like a little sliver of the moon. It's like almost just the edges with a little brightness, and then the edges extend. And that's a signal that tells us it's almost time for the new moon. Okay, the new moon appears at the end of the month, and it also tells us that we're going to start over again, meaning the phases begin again. And that's what's called a cycle in science, right? A cycle means that something happens over and over again. Okay, let's take a look at this one. And a cycle means that it is going to occur over. Okay, so phases of the moon are a cycle. We're going to take a look now at the glue that you were given. And in the glue is going to be sparkles, glitter. And the great thing about this is that the glitter cannot spill because it isn't inside of the glue. So you're going to need a paintbrush for this as well. And you're going to paint on the actual glue with a paintbrush, okay? So I would get a really skinny paintbrush for this. And I'm gonna come back to my project. Here we go. Just to give you the idea. And I'm probably not gonna get through all of them, but what I would recommend you do is you're going to use the sparkles and stay on the outside of the moon. So for example, if we go back to our first waxing crescent, we could put some glue and sparkles on the edge here. Okay, so I'm gonna get some glue and get some sparkles. Let me do that for you real quick. And here we go. So this is all mixed for you, so that's beautiful. And if you like it with more glitter, like you want it heavier, just go back and repaint it again with the glue. So I'm going to dip my glue, my paintbrush into my glue. And I'm going to get a nice little piece here, and then I'm going to put it on the outer part. Oh, this is very nice. Okay. And you can put as much as you like or as little as you like. Like if you're not a glitter person. But the thing about it is it makes it kind of sparkly, like in real life. That's how the moon kind of looks. Okay, so as much as you like or as little as you like, and I'm going to go to my next one. Same thing. Put it on the edge. Now remember, this is Elmer's glue. It starts out looking white, like, you know, when you paint it on at first. But remember, in another day, after it dries successfully, it will be clear. You won't even be able to notice it. So the sparkles, the glitter, will come absolutely through. And you could go back if you want more glitter. Just add some more. Okay, and then I'm going to be doing this on every single one of these, going round and round and just adding more, as much as I like or as little as I like, and then just keep picking up the glue, picking up the glitter, and painting it on. And I'm just going to go around here again, getting some more down here. Now you could go all the way to the tip, to the edge, and get those sparkles, get the glitter going. Or again, if you're not into glitter as much and you don't want it to make it that sparkly, you can just take a little. Okay, so now I'm going to go over here. And I'm following the pattern. I'm following the edge. Of course, when you're doing this, you're going to be doing it flat. Painting it will be much better as far as a flat surface. And just following the curve. When you're done, you can go back, examine it, and see if you don't have enough, put some more. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm getting some more. Picking up some more sparkles, some more glitter. Okay, and I'm going to go over here to this one. And the same thing goes with the paint. If it turns out that you needed or want to make it a little bit brighter or extend in certain spots, you can. Okay, and I'll point that out in a second for you when I go back to the example that I made. And here we go. All right. So I'm just going to show you on the example that I made. And here it is. So on this example, I made the glitter actually pretty heavy, very thick. And the reason I did it thick is because I wanted it to really show up and give a nice accent. So see how thick this is? This one's pretty thick, this one's thick. Excellent job. I can tell you guys are probably doing a really great job. Look how thick this one is. It's all along the edge. See that? And it gives a nice accent. Now I just wanted to show you the way this one was painted. Notice how along the edges it kind of fades out. Look, fading. And I did that on purpose so that it looks like a piece of it's missing. And in reality, that's actually what's happening with the light. So look here, a little piece is missing. Okay, and notice how now I switched the way that the glitter is. The full moon, I tried to make it go all the way around. Then as we change positions, okay, so first we're gaining light, or growing in light, right? Growing. So starts from a new moon, all darkness, growing in light, growing in light until we reach 50% light, or half full, actually called a full moon, but we only see half of the front side. And then we go to the waning, so waxing, and then down here waning, meaning getting less light, then less light, little piece missing, more is missing, more, and then finally look how much is missing. Okay, so growing in light, growing, and then losing light. Okay, so you had a great science lesson today. The final thing that I want you to work on is your hanging piece. So I provided you with a ribbon. The way that you could tie the ribbon on here very gently, I just looped it around the edge. So let me show you how to do that. Basically, you have the edges here. I just looped the ribbon around at the end, and I just made 2 little knots, kind of like if you were to tie a shoe, and made it kind of loose. Just loop it around each other and then tie a little bit of a knot. Okay, and then I did it on both sides, so you have it there, and then you're able to hang this in position. So this was a terrific science lesson with you guys tonight. Fun painting and a great project for you to hang up in your room and or give it away to someone as a gift, and learn about what's really happening in life, and get to see and learn about your the real moon up in our sky. So I hope that you will practice taking a look at the moon and record what type of position the moon is in, or know the names. Well, thanks for joining us today, and I hope you had a wonderful project. I hope it went really well. Go back and highlight the painting, make it darker if you wish, and also add more glitter if you wish to give your highlights. Okay, thanks for joining us, and I'm Catherine Martin. Another great project. Enjoy science and art. Thank you. Bye.